What's up, everybody?
Come on, let's say it again from the top. Come
It's
on.
time for Church Guys Like Sports.
Say every time.
I know you on your lunch break. You in your office right now. You driving in your car. But take a break and come hang with your boy, Pastor David Wright, for Church Guys Like Sports. We're going to talk some sports and we're going to do some laughing. Come on, let's go, y'all. Come on, I need all my sports fans to come on in. I need some Laker fans. I need some Nets fans. Some Spurs fans, some Knicks fans, some Yankee fans, some New York Mets fans. Where you at?
Yes, sir. Yes, he did, Lord. What a mighty God we serve.
I need you to share it with somebody. Welcome to Church Guys Like Sports, and we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to try to get it all in my 30-minute segment, but we got a lot to talk about. All right, somebody got Knicks, Mets, Rangers, and 49ers. Hold on. I know Derek Country is not a 49er fan from New York. I know for a fact he can't be no 49er fan. San Francisco 49ers, get out of here. Candlestick Park. Oh, boy. But listen, we got some sports to talk about, and I got a lot to get into today. Listen, I want to tell you, I know a lot of folks are getting the vaccine and they posting it that they getting it, and they taking pictures and doing videos that they getting it. That's all good and well. You know, if you Harlem Globetrotters, my boy Jamel Stewart. Actually, he's a Spurs fan. Him and Dwayne are the only San Antonio Spurs fan in America, and it don't make no sense. The Spurs suck this year. The Spurs ain't going nowhere. Tim Duncan is not walking through that door. But a lot of folks are getting the vaccine, and I've been informed that if you get the vaccine, you still got to wear a mask. If you get the vaccine, you still got to be socially distanced. If you get the vaccine, you still have to do all these kind of things. And the vaccine survival rate, if you get it, is 98%. If you get the vaccine, 98% of the time you're going to survive. But also the COVID survival rate, if you get COVID, it's 98%, 98.2%, whatever it is. So I got something for y'all. If you want to stay safe, how about you? I want you to do this. I'm going to take a video of this, taking my, what's this? Vitamin C, build up that immune system. So here it is. Put this in your arm. Boom. Vitamin C. This will help you build that immune. And then you get you some vitamins that build. You see, this is immune. Get these vitamins. Take these vitamins and keep yourself safe. All right. So either way, whether you get the vaccine or not, you're going to need Jesus. I'm telling y'all. And don't let these Krispy Kreme donuts fool you. They try to bribe you with a Krispy Kreme donut. You better pray and ask God about this vaccine. Amen. I'm going to wear my mask all day. I'm going to keep my mask on. And matter of fact, let me tell you, since I've been wearing a mask, I suffer from allergies really bad. My allergies haven't been as bad since I've been wearing the mask. I should have been wearing the mask a long time ago. Because if you ever travel like some of us travel, you go on the airport, you see them Chinese folks, they always been wearing masks. They've been wearing masks since the 90s, in the early 2000s. So I'm going to keep wearing my mask because, I want to stay safe. You don't know I don't want to catch a cold. All right. Now let's get into these sports. Of course, you see me dressed in my New York Knicks attire. And this is not an accident. This is on purpose. Because on Monday night, if you was on the show Monday morning, Monday afternoon, I told y'all that the Knicks were going to beat the Lakers by 15 points. And you know what happened to the Prophet? I was 100% right, because the Knicks smacked the Lakers Monday night. And you don't hear nobody, they didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't see nothing about it on the news. I didn't see nothing about it on the ESPN. I don't hear LeBron and nobody talking about it. All of the Laker fans were very quiet. There have been a lot of quiet Laker fans because, nobody got nothing to say when the Knicks is whipping butt now. When the Knicks is kicking tail. And the New York Knicks whipped on the Lakers Monday night, beat them by 50. That's a blowout. We blew out the mighty Lakers. And then, of course, they'll say, oh, well, LeBron James didn't play. Oh, well, Anthony Davis didn't play. Okay, Bernard King didn't play for the Knicks that night. Patrick Ewing didn't play for the Knicks that night. Charles Oakley didn't play for the Knicks that night. We didn't have Carmelo Anthony. So I don't want to hear no excuses. Mitchell Robinson didn't play. And Mitchell Robinson and Anthony Davis, they about the same thing to me. And I don't hear nobody. Where all the Laker fans at today? Somebody tag a Laker fan. Yeah, Joe Williams is Laker crickets. You don't hear nothing coming from L.A. now. All them Laker fans. Where you at, Laker fans? Where were y'all Laker fans at Monday night when the Knicks blew out the Los Angeles Lakers? I want to see the Laker fans. Where you at? Laker girls, where they at? They ain't nowhere to be found because the Knicks is in the butt-kicking business. That's what we doing. And we blew out the Lakers. Now, the Lakers are the champions. They the NBA champs. But we blew them out. So this is, they taught me growing up, in order to be the champ, you got to beat the champ. That's what I was taught. I don't know if that's still true in 2021, but I was taught in order to be the champ, you have to beat the champ. And since the Knicks beat the champs, we the champs now. Since the Knicks beat the champs, we the champs now. So I'm going to wear my Knicks attire proudly because we are now the champs. You beat the champs, you become the champs. And the Brooklyn Nets played the Lakers a couple of days before that. And you know what happened with them? The Lakers blew out the Brooklyn Nets. The Lakers gave the Brooklyn Nets all they can handle. And the Brooklyn Nets got blown away. But you ain't going to blow out the New York Knicks. No. You ain't going to come to New York and blow us out. You might do that to them Brooklyn Nets. But we the Knicks, baby. You ain't going to do that to us. Oh, I want to hear from the Laker fans. Where you at, L.A. Laker fans? We don't play them games. We are the Knicks. Now, I ain't going to bother with that because we got Zion Williamson tonight. We're going to whip on him some too. All right? Now, I got some important stuff to deal with. of course, we know what's going on with Deshaun Watson. Knicks are bringing a new meaning into the Roman 20s. We are here to stay. That's right. We are here to stay. The days of the Knicks losing is over. Big Mo, the day of the Knicks losing is over, and we are here to stay. The day of the Geechee is over. We are here to stay. Now, Deshaun Watson, we've been talking about him, and he got about 22 folks alleging that he sexually assaulted them with his eyes. One girl said, I felt like he was undressing me with his eyes. So he's been accused, has not been charged, has not been indicted. He's been accused with some alleged allegations, allegedly sexual assault while getting a massage. And because he was accused, Nike, the sneaker company, they canceled his endorsement, his millions of dollars of endorsement. Nike got rid of him, and they said, we cannot be affiliated with you no more, so we canceling your contract. Now, it is reported to me, Jake Paul. Okay, let me tell you who Jake Paul is. If some of y'all remember the boxing match that Nate Robinson had the same night Mike Tyson fought Roy Jones. It was a guy named Jake Paul, who's an amateur boxer, also a YouTuber. He beat the brakes off of Nate Robinson. But Jake Paul has been accused of sexual assault. Jake Paul, of course, is white. Now, this is what I want to see. If all it takes is an accusation for you to lose your endorsements, and Deshaun Watson loses his $1 million endorsements, and he's black, what should happen to Jake Paul for being accused? Ain't nothing been proven yet, but he has been accused. Shouldn't he lose his endorsements? You see, this is the world we live in. When if you don't have the complexion for the protection, they taking everything from you. This is the horrible world we live in. This is what's going on. How come it's okay for a white man to be accused of sexual assault and nothing happens to him, but a black man being accused of sexual assault and he lose everything? Same thing happened with Ben Roethlisberger. Years ago, he wasn't just accused. They had proof that he did it, and he didn't lose. He probably got suspended a game or two, but he didn't lose no endorsements. He kept his NFL contract. And all of this stuff is a trickle-down effect. This racism is so deep embedded in this country that it don't make no sense. And of course, you know what's going on in Minnesota. I'm trying to hold my peace. I don't even want to start on that. They say, "Oh, this is an accident." No. Me hitting your car with a shopping cart is an accident. Me backing up into your car is an accident. That happens to Black, Chinese, Asians, Indians, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Spanish, all. But folk getting shot by the police, that only happened to us. That ain't no accident. So this stuff goes on in every area. I know some of y'all at your job right now, but you experience it at your job. You just so used to it, it becomes nonchalant. They can get away with stuff that we can't. And Jake Paul, if he is accused, just like Deshaun Watson is accused, he needs to lose all of his stuff. Just like they trying to take it from Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has not been charged with anything, and Nike backed off from him. Jake Paul needs to get the same treatment. Oh, I know somebody don't like this kind of talk, but this is church guys like sports too. We talk about it all. Jake Paul needs to get the same kind of treatment. Now, even further than that, it is reported to me that a black high school student right outside of Chicago on the football team, His teammates made him, forced him, threatened him to sit in a locker full of banana peels. They filled the locker up with banana peels and made the black player sit in the middle of all the banana peels and made fun of him and mocked him. And nobody wanted to talk about it. Nobody wanted to say nothing about it. Same thing with Bill Cosby. You know they did them, but nobody wanted to say nothing about this black boy that was forced by his teammates. Some of the teammates were white, most of them were white, but I heard that some of the teammates were black. Some of the teammates that forced him to sit in there with them banana peels were black. And that's even a bigger problem. The worst part of racism is racism within our own. When we allow that kind of foolishness. I've been pulled over by police in Brooklyn. One cop was white, one cop was black. So I'm thinking the white cop gonna give me the business. But the black cop, get out the car. I said, sir, why I gotta get out the car? Because I said so. The white cop chilling. And the black cop is wilding out. Because he want to prove himself to the white cop that he on the same, that they cool. He want to prove himself to that. You see, it's a lot of that cooning, reverse cooning, that foolishness going on. I'm going to call it out. And them black boys that let them white teammates put that boy in that locker and they didn't fight for him, y'all are just as bad. Y'all are just as bad. I dare you to put my 14-year-old son in a locker with banana peels and take pictures and make mockery of him. I'll own the school. It'll be right elementary, right high school. That I promise you that. And the young boy is so scared, he said, let's just forget about this. Let's stop posting about it. It's no big deal. He doesn't think it's a big deal because he's only 14, 15 years old. But if they get away with this in high school, this is going to transpire as they go longer in life. And when they get in their 30s and their 40s, then they'll pull out a taser and say it's a gun. See, if you don't address these white boys in high school when they get their jobs and stuff at 40 and 50 years old, they'll put a knee on somebody's neck even while they're dead. Still got the knee on the neck, and they don't. Well, how did his mind get like that? It been like that. They got to stop it now. So they got to get these boys in high school, discipline them now. You know what? Take them same white boys and put a KKK shirt on them and drop them off in the middle of Brownsville. Drop them off on Mother Gaston and Pickens Avenue. Drop them off right over there. Drop them off right there on Livonia Avenue and Junior Street. Drop right on the train and tell them walk around for an hour. I guarantee you, they'll have a change of heart. That's foolishness. And we are not going to sit back and allow it to happen. You see, I was waiting for Stephen A. Smith to say something about this on ESPN. I was waiting for Shannon Sharp to say something about this on Fox Sports. See, they can only say, that's why Church Guys Like Sports is your number one sports show. That's why I'm glad you tuned in, because I'm going to tell you what the real deal is. Them folks can only say but so much. But I'm going to tell you. I'm going to text Stephen A. Smith when I get off of here. I don't care if he get mad at me. I'm going to tell him he should have reported on this. They need to say something about it. I don't know if he did. If he did, he didn't say it loud enough. It's unfair and it's unnecessary. What are you trying to say? black folks are monkeys, gorillas? What are you trying to say? And you know, and I kind of agree. You know, Paul Pierce wilded out, and Paul Pierce got fired from ESPN because he had that wild party and he posted it. He was out in the public with it, you know, and he shouldn't have done that. But on the flip side of that, these white boys that had these crazy white boy parties, I better not see them get hired by ESPN. ESPN better not hire Gronkowski ever. ESPN shouldn't hire a whole lot of these white boys that had these crazy white boy parties. All right? So that's it with that. Our prayers are with Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, superstar player. Jamal Murray, superstar player from the Denver Nuggets. And he was the superstar of the bubble. He was doing his thing. And he tore his ACL. I saw it happen. I knew it was messed up when it happened. And he tore his ACL. And he's out for the year. He may be out for next year as well. So I think the Denver Nuggets had a chance to do a little something. But I'm certainly sure that the Denver Nuggets ain't got a chance for nothing now. Not without Jamal Murray. And you know, they got the Joker out there. They got some other players out there. But without Jamal Murray, they ain't gonna go past the first round. That ACL, when you tear your ACL, that's a major injury. All right, and shout out to the New York Mets. The New York Mets are back. You see, I love this. See, the colors, the New York Mets and the New York Yankees, New York Mets and the New York Knicks got the same colors, blue and orange. The New York Mets swept the Philadelphia Phillies yesterday, and I'm telling y'all, it's been a while, but look, I got a feeling that the Mets going to the World Series. I got a real good feeling that the New York Mets, are going to the World Series. And I, you know, the Yankees gonna do what they do, but the New York Mets is showing out this year, y'all. We got great pitching. We got that Francisco Lindor shortstop boy. I'm telling you, the Mets is looking good. Don't you sleep on my Mets. All right, this has been another episode of Church Guys Like Sports too. Listen, you can love God and love sports. Loving God doesn't take the man out of you. You can still love God and tell your pastor, hurry up so I can watch the football game. All right. Shout out to the New York Jets. We getting ready to get the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. Zach Wilson, we going to draft him. I think he going to be pretty good for us. But shout out to all New York teams and shout out to all sports fans. Listen, just because you love God, you ain't got to throw sports in the garbage. Peace out, y'all. Listen, you can tune into my gospel radio show at 2 p.m. BelieveRadioBayArea.com. BelieveRadioBayArea.com. Thank you for tuning in to Church Guys Like Sports. Your best sports show on Facebook. Peace.